I'm back with dragons, dragons, and dragons. And these particular dragons happen to be living in the crypts or in the tunnels under Winterfell. I know, it sounds crazy, but it might not sound so crazy after I show you what I'm going to show you. This video will contain spoilers. If you are not caught up on everything, prepare to be spoiled.
Stop it! You're spoiling it! You're spoiling everything!
Winterfell happens to be built over hot springs. In a world of ice and fire, hot springs such as the ones in Winterfell are nowhere else except places associated with dragons. Valyria and Dragonstone. In the book of A World of Ice and Fire, the maester writing the book says hot springs, such as the ones beneath Winterfell, have been shown to be heated by the furnaces of the world, the same fires that made the 14 flames or the smoking mountain of Dragonstone. The maester also says the small folk of Winterfell and the Winter Town have been known to claim that the springs are heated by the breath of a dragon that sleeps beneath the castle. The 14 flames are in Valyria, in case you were wondering. So there are not hot springs anywhere else, not Castle Rock, Highgarden, the Eyrie, Storm's End, Dorne, not anywhere, but Valyria, Dragonstone, and Winterfell. Then we have the Gargoyles. I know you may be asking, what importance could gargoyles have? Well, let's just indulge. Firstly, gargoyles only appear in Winterfell and Dragonstone. Maester Cresson describes the gargoyles in Dragonstone, and I want to tell you what he says. The maester stood on the wide-swept balcony outside his chambers. It was here the ravens came, after long flight. Their droppings speckled the gargoyles that rose 12 feet high on either side of him, a hellhound and a wyvern, 2 of the 1,000 that brooded over the walls of the ancient fortress. When he first came to Dragonstone, the army of stone grotesques had made him uneasy, but as the years passed, he had grown used to them. Later in this passage, Shireen tells Maester Cresson that she had nightmares about the dragons coming to eat her, and then he tells her, "We have talked about this before. The dragons cannot come to life. They are carved from stone, child. In olden days, our island was the westernmost outpost of the great freehold of Valyria. It was the Valyrians who raised the citadel, and they had ways of shaping stone since lost to us."
How many centuries before we learn how to build cities like this again?
There are no gargoyles in King's Landing, Castle Rock, Highgarden, the Twins, Hornhill, the Vale, Dorne, nowhere but Dragonstone and Winterfell. The gargoyles in Winterfell are on the tower known as the First Keep, the oldest tower of the compound. When Ramsay torches Winterfell, or sacks Winterfell, Bran was in the crypts. He warged into Summer, his direwolf, who was in the Godswood, and sees a dragon. The smoke and ash clouded his eyes, and in the sky he saw a great winged snake whose roar was a river of flame. He bared his teeth, but then the snake was gone. After it was over, and Bran came out of the crypt, he saw that the gargoyles were destroyed. The sky was pale gray, and smoke added all around them. They stood in the shadow of the First Keep, or what remained of it. One whole side of the building had torn loose and fallen away. Stone and shattered gargoyles lay strewn across the ground. So there's also the testimony of Mushroom. Mushroom was considered a lackwit. He was a court jester to many Targaryen kings. People believed him to be a lackwit, so they spoke freely around him. Mushroom's testimony was written down by an unknown writer. The account is filled with Mushroom's tales of plots and murder, amongst other things. The stories are in the most explicit detail. Septon Eustace has written an account. Copies of the testimony of Mushroom were burned on the orders of Baelor the Blessed, but some must have survived to be referred to in the Maester Glydian's histories. According to Mushroom, the dragon Vermex laid a clutch of eggs in Winterfell crypts when his owner was negotiating with Cragen Stark over the Pact of Ice and Fire. There is another possibility of how an egg would end up in Winterfell, and that is when a new member of House Targaryen was born, it was traditional to place a dragon egg in their cradle. If the dragon hatched, it was considered a sign that the baby was a true Targaryen. If the egg did not hatch, or if the dragon born was weak and died quickly, it was considered a bad omen. This tradition continued even after the last dragon died and the eggs stopped hatching, and these dragon eggs were cherished possessions of their owners. This could be hinted at in a mystery night. Egg tells Dunk, "I'd show you mine, sir, but it's at Summerhall." "Yours? Your dragon egg?" Drunk frowned down at the boy, wondering if it was some jape. "Where did it come from?" "From a dragon, sir. They put it in my cradle." Could John have gotten a dragon egg? Could it be in the crypt waiting for him, or hatched entirely? Could the gargoyles be some kind of binding tool, something that the Valyrians used to contain their dragons? I'm not sure, but hot springs, gargoyles, and dragons seem to be a thing. Let me know your thoughts on this theory. What do you think? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want so you can be notified when I upload. Thanks, guys, and have a good night.